I'm Bill Rankin. I cover courts and legal affairs for the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, and for the last 5 years I've been the host of the newspaper's Breakdown podcast. For the last year and a half we've been following the Ahmaud Arbery case, and I'm joined here by Asia Simone Burns. So we've been waiting for this case to go to trial for about 20 months, and on Monday up to 1,000 Glenn County residents are going to be summoned to come to the courthouse as potential jurors. And after hopefully not too many weeks of jury selection, the trial will begin in earnest, and it's supposed to last at least a month.
Full street! Our street! Full street! Our street! Full street! Our street!
Last year, during the summer, there was George Floyd, there was Breonna Taylor. Before them, it was Ahmaud Arbery, and all these cases came to the forefront of national conversation.
A lot of the national conversation has centered around race. Ahmaud Arbery was a black man who was, as the prosecution says, was running down a street going for a jog and was chased by 3 white men. And the implication is that there was a racial element that led to his death. And so that has really catapulted this case into the national spotlight and into headlines across the nation.
This happened on a Sunday afternoon, February 23rd, 2020. Greg McMichael, who was a former investigator for the local DA's office, he's retired, a former cop, he was in his front yard cleaning some boat cushions, and he sees Ahmaud Arbery run past him down the street right in front of his house. He, apparently thinking that Arbery had been breaking into houses around the neighborhood, he runs inside, gets his son Travis gets his shotgun, Greg McMichael gets his handgun, and they climb into Travis's pickup truck and take off after Ahmaud Arbery.
A neighbor, William Roddy Bryan, saw what was going on, saw a black man running down a street, saw 2 white men chasing him in a pickup truck, and got into his own pickup truck and joined in on the chase. And William Roddy Bryan is actually the man that we know as the person who took a video of the final moments of Arbery's life.
They continue to chase Ahmaud Arbery through the neighborhood. Travis thinks that if he goes around another way, Bryan will be behind him, and Travis and his father will hem him in. And as you can see this happening when Roddy Bryan is taking the video, the cell phone video of what's going on, and you see Ahmaud running toward the pickup truck that's facing him now. Greg McMichael is in the back cab. Travis is out of the car with a shotgun over on the left side. And Ahmaud apparently sees that, so he runs around the other side of the car. And then he bolts toward Travis and tries to take the shotgun away from him. And as he's doing so, Travis McMichael fires 3 shotgun blasts and kills him.
What's made this case even more explosive is a claim from Roddy Bryan that came as he was being interviewed by the GBI. He said that he overheard Travis McMichael utter a racial epithet as he was standing over Ahmaud Arbery's body, effing N-word.
It took about 2 months after the killing for the McMichaels to be arrested, and that really happened after Roddy Bryan's cell phone video became public. The GBI got involved, the state attorney general got aggressive, and 2 days after that video became public, Travis and his father were arrested. 2 weeks later, Roddy Bryan was arrested, and they were soon indicted for murder, aggravated assault, false imprisonment, and other charges. The prosecution has filed a motion saying that if convicted of murder, they may seek a sentence of life in prison without parole for all 3. And the case is now headed to trial. And what is the prosecution's position as to what happened here?
The prosecution has been saying that essentially that this case stems from the race of Ahmaud Arbery, that he was a black man that was out for a jog in the Satilla Shores neighborhood very innocently, and that he was chased by 3 white men that perceived him as a threat, though he had done nothing wrong, chased him, trapped him, and then killed him.
Now the defense is countering that the McMichaels had reasonable grounds of suspicion that Arbery was fleeing the scene of a felony, that he had broken into a house, maybe burglarized this house under construction. He had been seen a few times, 4 or 5 times over the past several months, and 2 weeks before the killing, he was seen by Travis McMichael one night inside this house that was under construction. We've seen the videotapes. There is nothing that indicated Ahmaud stole anything from that house, but the defense is saying that under the Georgia's old citizens arrest law, which says if you have reasonable and probable grounds of suspicion someone is fleeing the scene of a felony, they can detain that person and hold him until police arrive. So their claim is they were justified in chasing him down. They planned to hold him until police arrived, but when Ahmaud charged at Travis, Travis was essentially defending himself as a stand your ground defense.
I live right there. We've had break-ins.
Okay.
And my gun's stolen.
Okay.
And we caught him the other day, and my dad was outside, saw him running by, and the neighbors pointing and everything. So
Saw who running by?
him.
Okay.
So we run out to stop him, to talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
He took off running. Came over here. Stopped. He come out of the truck running at us. I told him stop till he hit me. I had nothing to do. There's nothing else I can do.
I gotcha.
Bill, what you were just saying about the defense arguing that the McMichaels and Brian were making a justified citizen's arrest is actually something that has been contested by the prosecution. They've pointed out, as you mentioned, that there are videos that show that Ahmaud Arbery had not taken anything from this home. And that, they say, is evidence that there was no felony being committed. Therefore, a citizen's arrest is not a viable justification for why Ahmaud Arbery was killed.
Asia and I and our colleague Shadi Abu Said will be headed down to Brunswick, and we'll be covering the trial every day. You can find our coverage on AJC.com and the print paper every day. And the Breakdown podcast, we're going to drop episodes as often as we can. For the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, I'm Bill Rankin.
And I'm Asia Simone Burns.
Thanks for joining us.